You're stupid. I'm stupid. Albert Einstein's stupid. And every person in the known universe is stupid. But that's only because we can't know everything. Albert Einstein may have caused shockwaves in physics, but can he change the engine of a Ford Mustang? I don't think so. The beauty of being stupid is the fact that we can learn anything that we want with enough time and commitment. Nobody can know everything, so there's a place for you in the world, as long as you have the energy to commit yourself to figuring out how to not be stupid. Yet, the thing that stops so many people in today's society from achieving their dreams is an overwhelming fear of failure. So let's just throw it back to Albert Einstein for a second. When he entered physics, I doubt there was a thought in his mind that he was going to be the guy that would change physics forever. He just went in because he loved studying physics and he loved the process and got so much joy out of the work he was doing. He didn't get scared of the fact that he might fail. He worked hard and became a legend. Now, I'm not saying you have to go and study quantum mechanics at uni, but you don't have to be a genius to learn. Yes, for now, you might want to be a writer, but you're too stupid to think of a decent story. But if you write 20 bad books, your 21st book will be a lot better than the other ones. This is because you'll start finding patterns in your writing that are either good or bad, and then you could start tweaking and fixing all of the mistakes and slowly become a better author. But imagine you didn't practice at writing. Imagine you were too scared to write that first book. You'd still be stupid at writing. You haven't learned anything new about the writing process, and that's all because you haven't practiced it. But yet, a lot of people still think that they can make a masterpiece without putting in the work. Stupid. So, Ben, how can we start to not be stupid? Well, first, I want you to think of a goal that you want to achieve in 2023. And then I want you to write it down as I'm stupid at, and then whatever your goal is. So for a younger me, it would have been I'm stupid at music production. This goal is going to be the foundation for everything that we're going to learn next. But I really want you to focus in on the fact that stupid is not a bad thing. It just means you haven't practiced or learned anything yet. So you being stupid at writing, running, or whatever it is, just remember that we're going to get better. Now, next to that goal, I want you to write down some actions that you're going to do to improve in that skill. I don't want you to write down some massive goal that is going to be way out of your expectations. I want you to write down small steps that you can actually achieve. And I must stress, these have to be actions. I don't want you thinking of good ideas or watching videos and thinking that is pushing you towards your dreams, because that just isn't helpful. Stupid. I want you to set a goal that if you had the time, you could start doing right now. For example, when I started out as a music producer, I worked on loads and loads of songs. And listening back to those songs now, they are absolutely terrible. Yet back then, I thought they were the best stuff ever created. Yet because I made 100 tracks, I started to pick up what worked with each other, what didn't work, and started to develop a subconscious eye for the craft that I was in. And you can't do this by reading or watching videos because you don't understand the techniques because you haven't implemented them. We're creatures of patterns. So the more you do something, the better you'll get at doing that pattern. And the more you'll figure out what works and what doesn't work in that pattern. And when you're in this phase, just remember, whatever you're making doesn't have to be perfect, because nobody is perfect out of the gate. Stupid. And don't be afraid of other people's judgment, because they're just as stupid as you. But at least you're working on your goals, so who's the fool now? So, after you've worked on your goals and you've created 100 songs, or you've written 20 books, or you've done a lot of action in your field, this is where it starts to get interesting. You have realized one of two options. The first option is you've realized that you don't actually enjoy what you're doing and you don't want to continue with it, which is perfectly fine. Just go and find something else that you're passionate about and try that instead. But I don't want you to give up on this and just slump about and do nothing. You need to keep trying to do different things so you can find more purpose in your life. Or the second option is you think you're ready to take your craft to the next level. this is when you'll realize that you are the most stupid you've ever been. And this is where a lot of people get annoyed and give up. You'll get to a point where you understand your craft to a level that you can start comparing your work to others in your field. And a lot of the time, you'll realize that they are a lot better at what they do than you are. But don't get disheartened by this, because all of these successful people were as stupid as you when they first started out. So it just means you can get to their level in the future if you keep working at it. So take comfort in the fact that if they can do it, you can do it too. And at least you've managed to get a glimpse of the reality of your craft. Because a lot of people who give up at the start don't even realize the work that these people are putting in. So now that you put the work in, you can really understand what all of these other people have been through to get to where they are. And you have made a lot of progress. So now that you've come to your realization, the final and hardest step begins. This final step is where the growth really happens. As you study others' work and learn the principles and the fundamentals of your skill, you can start implementing it into your work and improving over and over and over again. This will take a lot of time and a lot of consistency, but after a while, you will start to understand what you need to do to make successful work, and you will become one of the experts. And you can finally say you're good at what you do and you're not stupid anymore. And then at this point, you can either say that you've completed your goal and move on to the next thing, or you can work with other experts in the field and grow even more and maybe become a legend like Albert Einstein. So next time you think that you want to start something new, remember, you were stupid, and everybody who's successful in that skill have all been stupid. So take some comfort in that. Just remember that you can always get better at any skill and nothing is out of reach. Just don't be scared away by the fear that you might fail, because there's so many things that we can do with our lives and there's so many different paths we can take. So just try a bunch and you will end up on something eventually. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, everybody's stupid at something. I've been Ben, also known as MX, and have a great day.